cartoon, computer animated, like three dimensional, and then the other is one is just like a 2 dimensional animated cartoon type deal. But anyway, so what got me excited is they're revamping something in the line that came along in the Masters of the Universe toy line. It never got its own comic book, so the Masters of the Universe. That's what kind of launched them into the status that their iconic status they are now. Is their mini comics. So this next character was never displayed in the mini comics, nor the anywhere really in the lore. Like, so you can't really like go get an action figure. And just sidebar for everybody, they always want to say little boys was playing with dolls. They were not dolls, damn it. They were action figures. G.I. Joe, action figure. Barbie, doll. He-Man, action figure. My Little Pony, doll. Okay, you get it? You get it? So don't accuse little boys of playing with dolls when they're really playing with action figures. All right? Anyway. So this next article, the thing that's been making a resurgence is Sunman. Sunman was created by Yila Eason in 1985. She created it, of course, for inclusion. She wanted her son to, look up to someone that looked like her. And so she created Sunman. Now, Sunman was, he was a brother, and he lived on a sun planet, a planet of the sun. So it makes sense. He's a brother. What do? Where do we get our melanin from? We get it from the sun. It works. It works. It's a workable thing, believable thing as far as like, in that world. Ed Duncan, the big muckety muck over at Mattel at that time, that was overseeing the Masters of the Universe toy line collection, he reached out to her to have her bring her idea into the MOTU. And so she did, but it never took off. Like, very few people even remember the doll, but for some odd reason, it's like now in 2022, it's like going supernova. Because like the only Black Masters of the Universe to date known is a character called Clamp Champ. And he was featured in the original Masters of the Universe mini comics, but Sunman wasn't. Sunman kind of resembles, if you remember, Fat Albert, that cartoon, that Filmation cartoon, Fat Albert. When the Fat Albert gang was watching the Brown Hornet, that's what Sunman kind of looks like. That's what his outfit is, the exact same color scheme except for red. His cape is red, and then he got like, a sun scepter, and he got like, a belt buckle with sunbeams on it, and it's dope, man. Oh yeah, and he got an afro. So that made me feel kind of really good, feel really nostalgic about my childhood. I do remember briefly, he wasn't out for long. Like, it was just like, you blink and you missed him. He did get introduced, but it's not like in pop culture. Like Sun Man wasn't really part of pop culture back then. Like I said, if you remember anybody, it was Clamp Chant was the only black character in the whole Masters of the Universe toy line. But yeah, so Sun Man is making a big time comeback. I'm really crossing my fingers, hoping they'll like incorporate Sun Man either in one of those continuities, the Revelations continuity or the Masters of the Universe continuity, or just spin him off and give him his own show, and just feature He-Man on a couple episodes of his own show, But either way, Sun Man is a big deal right now in the in the science fiction world. So, like I said, today was just a super random live. I wanted to just share some articles with you that I came across. Well, shucks. I guess I can briefly talk about something on my mind. So, because I had already mentioned it on my full segment, that was the speaking point last week. If you didn't tune in, go back to last week. I think it's episode 67 where I spoke about accountability. So just, speak of the devil. Literally, speak of the devil. On my last segment, I said, who stands to benefit two black men at odds? And the two black men at odds were D.L. Hughley and Kanye West. So, now it has come to a full head since the back and forth banter online between D.L. Hughley and Kanye West. Supposedly, allegedly, can't say for certain, but we can say for certain, D.L. Hughley got ran up on. Now, allegedly, it was somebody connected directly to Kanye West. The guy came running up on D.L. Hughley, and he was out with his family, wife and daughters, I don't know. That's why I'm saying allegedly, because I don't know directly. But he was out with his family, and so, they got tied to Kanye because Kanye said he was going to have somebody come see him, and they both live in Calabasas. So just like I said on my last segment, if this is true, how, dangerous Kanye is to himself and others. So I'm really crossing my fingers. I'm really praying that this is just some random yokel that wants some clout and he's not connected to Kanye in any facet. So I'm really, really hoping like it's just somebody just on their own, wanting 15 minutes of clout, 15 minutes of fame or whatever, and just said Kanye's name, threw Kanye's name in the fray. Because one, I hope it ain't Kanye, because that's some super, super duper sucker shit to send somebody to handle your business. Like, and then if the situation would have escalated, like you're already online threatening people. You see what I'm saying? How they just sit back and let stuff happen Because, like any other time on all these social media platforms, when you violate community guidelines, you get your account suspended. It'll be partially suspended or full on suspended. They didn't full on suspend Kanye's account when he was going back and forth with DL Hughley. And now this happens. And like I said, who benefits from two brothers going at it? Who benefits from that? Because one's going to be dead and the other one's going to be in jail. This is the direction it's going. So I hope somebody reaches out to have a sit down, because this is inappropriate and definitely unacceptable. A line has been crossed. That's a no-no. You don't ever, 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 ever do that with another man's family. Are you what? With my family? Man. Not with my family, bruh. Nah. The line has definitely been crossed. You don't do that. Because, if it was Kanye, he is dangerous to himself. His ego has gotten out of control. He's not surrounding himself with people that's going to tell him the truth. If this was him, like I'm saying, I don't know for certain if, in fact, this guy acted on Kanye West's behalf, if Kanye West actually paid this guy to run down on DL. I don't know. So I'm hoping it ain't. But if he did, this is the wake-up call. If you did this, bruh, that is some cowardly, egomaniacally, selfish, self-righteous shit. This is you need help. You need, if that was you send a man to do that. You need therapy, you need medication, you need religion, you need all that. That is totally unacceptable. Because here's the thing, if you put your business out online and you're, whether you want to concede to it or not, you're an entertainer. Whether you see yourself as something more than an entertainer, that's besides the point. For your bread and butter, you're an entertainer. And when you're an entertainer, that's what you signed up for. You signed up for people to talk about you. If it hurts you that bad for people to talk about you, stop putting your business out on social media. Just become a recluse. Let people wonder what you're doing. And if they want to know, release your own content on your own platforms. Get your own. You got $1 billion, buy your own media company, and make it a premium service. If they want to know what Kanye is doing, do that. But don't sit up there and post random tweets and videos, and then can't nobody say nothing because you're going to hurt somebody for saying something. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong. But anyway, I didn't want to dive too deep into that. I want to keep this space super positive. I just only wanted to, re-bring up that point. These dastardly little games that media tries to play to keep black people at odds with each other. This is that's the perfect example of how the media keeps black people at odds with one another. This little situation right here, the way they manipulate and twist the narrative to suit their agenda. And their agenda is basically to sell news. And who generates the headlines? Black people generate the headlines. And they don't ever want to keep, the focus on anything positive. That's what